And the NSE All-Share Index is down 0.4% this year, but up right now today 0.06%. Rotimi Fakayejo, Managing Director at Enterprise Capital Partners, joins me to review today's trade. Thank you so much, Rotimi, for taking the time out to join us.
You're welcome.
We've seen an improvement in investor sentiments today. The All-Share Index up just marginally by 0.06% after 6 straight days of losses. Tell us about the prevailing sentiment at the market and what stocks were the most profitable to investors today.
Well, the sentiment has sort of shifted from the lackluster bearish position of Monday and Tuesday. And today we are seeing a turnaround, at least in some of the securities. We saw Guinness trying to rebound, and we also saw a rebound in Guaranteed Trust Bank. Likewise, we saw UBA closing on bid, and that is even a strong bid indeed. And I believe that investors are actually perusing the figures, and they are projecting themselves for the time ahead. There are some securities that are actually, for now, being underpriced, and one of such is UBA. We are expecting that the average trading price for UBA at this point is actually like 6 naira, and I think it's actually fast trending to that position. Well, for the sentiments, I believe that the banking sector stocks are still very much in the eyes of the investors, and also investment in the consumer goods sector is also is also thriving. But we are not seeing much activity in industrial goods, and the insurance sector also is not really encouraging for now. So I believe the sentiment still lies with the banking sector stocks and the consumer goods. Okay, now, Rotimi, speaking about the banking sector, let's talk about the Q1 results, how investors are digesting the numbers, what they've deciphered from the numbers. Now, all 8 banks recorded a rise in gross earnings, with Access Bank in the lead with a 34% growth in gross earnings. Now, we saw UBA, of course, doing quite well. Do you think that going forward, we might see cherry picking on the part of investors as they begin to look at those banks that they feel have more value now going forward? I believe strongly they're going to do that. I was discussing with a colleague today with respect to Access Bank, and I said we most likely be seeing that stock maybe in about 2 months or even shorter than that at about the price of 8 naira 50 kobo. And UBA is definitely going forward not going to be trading lower than 6 naira as soon as it attains that price. So we're going to the stock pick is definitely going to favor some banks in the banking sector that have actually proved their earnings. And I think SCMB today also tried to shoot up in price, and I think maybe a few others that may actually bring out the best in their financials will definitely have the goodwill of the market.
Well, speaking about goodwill, can we find some of that in the consumer goods space? The likes of perhaps PZ, the likes of Guinness, the consumer goods stocks that investors usually rally around?
Well, I think for the consumer goods, Nigerian business has always been in the forefront. And Guinness, I believe, even with the figures that they sent, I still want to believe that the average price of Guinness had usually been 180, 200. And I think with the situation in the market right now, we saw it trending towards that position before receding. And I think maybe going forward, we're going to see a further turnaround for that particular stock. So I think Guinness, flour mill, Nigerian breweries are definitely going to be among the choice picks for that particular sector.
What about insurance stocks? I mean, a lot has been said since Q1 that, or at least analysts that I have spoken to say that they're very optimistic about the performance of insurance stocks this year. Is that playing out at the market?
Well, I think the optimism, I only hope, may not be cut short with respect to some other securities in the insurance sector that have not really been doing well. But for the ones that have been doing well, the likes of Custodian, the likes of Mansard and Aiko, I think they will still continue to have it good. But for the other ones, they are yet to prove themselves.
What about pharmaceutical stocks? I've seen a stock like Fitsin, a GSK, also not doing too badly. Do you think that there might be some more positive sentiment around these stocks, and going forward, could we see investors rallying around them?
Well, I think for GSK, we have seen some profit taking today. It's really done well in the last 2 weeks. But for Fitsin, I think he's still a stock to actually watch. And I believe that he still has a latitude to actually, or longitude to actually still continue to do better.
Now, most of the time, we talk about big cap stocks, blue chips. Obviously, they're the most liquid, especially bank stocks. But do you think that perhaps there could be a focus at some point on mid-cap stocks or even penny stocks? What hope do these stocks have? Any attraction, any value, any names come to mind for you?
Well, I think for the small cap or the penny stocks, the problem with that sector is that they are not liquid. As at the time an investor may be ready to opt out of the stock, he may not really get an available buyer. But for the mid cap, I think the sentiment is going to be on individual performance and not that group as a whole. So I think the big cap and the banking sector stocks are really be doing well. They will continue to have, they will continue to be the toast of investors.
Okay, we'll see how that plays out. Thank you so much, Rotimi, for taking the time out to join us.